Game 2 of the current series. If you've not yet seen Game 1, you might want to go watch that first. There'll be a link in the description as well as in a button on the video. Alright, here we go into Game 2 between Slayer's MMA and Millennium's Feast here in the IEM Kiev quarterfinals. Feast is our red Protoss here in the northwest corner on Tal'Darim, while MMA is our teal or cyan Terran up in the northeast.
Last game, Feast just seemed to, take the quick expand and outmass MMA.
Yeah, MMA went for an all-in off one base, and was too substantially outmassed by Feast, and just didn't quite have good enough engages.
I want to say the all-in was just a little bit too slow. He let the two bases sort of mass up for a bit too long before moving out. So it made for kind of an awkward timing against a fast expand.
Yeah, he was walking into an opponent who had a good 50 supply advantage on him there.
So we'll see.
90 to 140.
We'll see how that affects him this game, or if it does. No, it's MMA. I have to think it's not going to. He's seems very calm, and I guess Tastosis would say the killer nerd.
Oh, I mean, he is
Sorry,
absolutely one of the top Korean players, and here he is fighting a, comparative unknown. I mean, he might be a little bit miffed at losing, but no, he's not going to let himself be too affected by that.
Yeah, he's actually just going to get out of his chair, walk over, strangle him to death, and then kill him with his SCVs. Feast's probe scouting the wrong direction. Queued up to scout the wrong direction twice. So MMA might actually get the wall off finished before he gets here.
So far, the openers are looking similar for both players, both still using very standard openers.
Yep, the wall will finish. Although MMA's scouting SCV is also queued up to go the wrong way twice. So he might also have fairly limited information with the Zealot or Stalker out by the time he gets there.
Now Feast is just about to get his second gas finished here, as well as the cybernetic score. He has saved a little bit of chrono energy.
Oh, two Marines. Two Marines moving out across the map. One's about to run into the scout probe, taking a few shots. Feast does know where MMA is though, by process of elimination. And a pylon in the top left of Feast's base. So he's just trying to hide any tech up there, or just wants it to be extra safe. Now Twilight Council going down up there.
Yeah, Feast is hitting 75 energy on his Nexus now, so he's saving Chronos for something. Wanting to say blink. Another gateway coming down.
Possibly he's got the sentry queued up to join the stalker that's moving out around on the map. Stalker sees the scout SCV, taking a few shots.
Drops a chrono on the very end of that sentry, and now the gateway is being inactive with that chrono. Just now.
Scout SCV did get denied. Entirely saw nothing of Feast space. So both players knowing where the other is, and that's about it.
MMA swapping his expansions, giving his barracks the reactor and his factory the tech lab.
And sure enough, Chrono going down on the Blink tech.
Extra command center just about finishing up. Two Hellions coming right into Feast space, unopposed. Seeing the Chrono get dropped on the cybernetic score. Killing a couple probes here. Probes are spreading out nicely, though.
Oh, they're spreading out nicely, but showing the Twilight Council tech by hiding towards it. So MMA sees that. He sees it researching, so he knows Blink is on the way. Or, I guess, Zealot charge,
drops
but...
a couple of force fields to try and stop the Hellions, but they do not get stopped. They simply go wasted. Those Hellions only got 5 probe kills there. Or actually, no, only got 4 probe kills. One of them was from earlier.
Yep. But a good scout on the blink. We'll see what, if anything, MMA does in response to that. Getting siege tech.
There comes the robotics facility.
MMA expanding to his third, rather than his natural.
Stalker's pushing in the front here. Kill a Marine quickly. Now hitting the barracks, but the Marines and tanks are coming out to meet it. Nice blink micro,
Some blink
avoids
micro.
any damage. 2 more barracks being thrown down now.
SCV production at the expansion of MMA is getting started.
Stalker's poking in once again. About to get a supply depot. No, Marines come in.
Roboblade finishing.
Escape. Supply depot doesn't quite burn down as CV arrives in time. Two extra barracks just about to finish up their construction. They both immediately start bumping Marines. Oh, but those get cancelled to get a tech lab and a reactor.
First observer on its way over to MMA's base now. Should give him some sight and some more options with Blink, as well as some sight into MMA's base for the first time of the game.
Stalker screen poking at the supply depot once again. And blinking away. Still hanging out, making somewhat of a contain. Siege tech has finished and the tanks do so. Stem starts up. Starting to see a couple marauders come out here.
Yep, mining at the expansion from MMA getting a little bit heavier. I'd hate to see MMA and Feast just trade what happened in the first game. MMA just out macroing, out massing the Blink.
Feast
Yep,
has
looks like the
15
Stalker.
Stalkers out here, and they blink up, kill a supply depot.
Yep.
Getting sieged on though.
Yep.
Taking a couple
Killing
losses.
killing the supply depot, making more obvious the observer as well as where his army is.
Starport is being built on this reactor. The barracks is being given the tech lab. +1 infantry weapons about halfway done. Another command center going down now in MMA's main. Tanks on siege, getting ready to push out. Stalkers push forward, tanks re-siege. Stalkers blink away before the shot can go off.
Yep, falling out across the map again.
Combat shields now on the way. Tanks siege up. Hitting the Stalkers. Stalkers trying to blink micro.
A little bit of blink micro, saving us a few lives, but still losing Stalkers.
MMA comfortable here to consolidate his lead. It's at 86 to 67 supply. Again, a role reversal from last game with regards to who expands and starts taking the lead versus who stays on one base.
Yeah, and Feast has been keeping map control fairly well. He's the one out on the map keeping MMA mostly in his base. It seems like he just does not know about this expansion.
Yeah.
Well, he's moving out now. I think the Observer found it.
Yep, the secret's out. Stalkers are there now. There's nothing to stop them here. They're going to kill this.
Yep.
Killing some of the SCVs as they escape, or attempt to escape. Now finishing off the command center. It lifts, but to no avail. MMA loading up a drop. 2 drop ships worth. Like 3 marauders and a bunch of marines. Feast just now expanding to his natural.
And MMA expanding to his own natural as well, having been able to successfully push out of his base.
MMA also adding on +1 infantry armor and concussive shells about halfway down.
Oh, Stalker's blinking into the main, behind the defensive line with the Observer's sight.
Sniping add-ons. Don't quite get that one reactor. Oh, will MMA start repairing it? Looks like he's going to get two add-ons there, thanks to the burning down.
Yep.
Well, the drop up in Feast's main, decimating the probe line. And
yeah,
he's
absolutely
going to get the
destroying the probe line.
Nexus goes down. Starting to just camp other buildings. Feast, meanwhile, pushing forward with his Stalker force, doing nothing about this Marine and Marauder drop that's just killing his main now.
Yep. Feast is now hard supply blocked at 73 out of 40. Losing
Slayer's
more and more
10.
pylons.
Pushing in with the Stalkers now. Stem goes down.
This is basically becoming
Force
base
fields
trade.
Almost holding himself
Nope.
in, and he GG's out.
Feast GG out.
Yeah, that was, I mean, the role reversal of the last game capped off with no counter for that drop. It was just allowed to destroy his base.
Yeah, it went into basically a base trade situation, but MMA still had defenses between Feast's army and his mains that were enough to win the fight.
Yeah, but base trade's generous. That's, I mean, base trade for Feast, I mean, Feast losing his base. Not so much the taking MMAs. I mean, his army is plainly inferior up here.
Yeah. In a situation where he needed to be base trading, basically.
Yeah.